Okay.
Assalamu alaikum, Zaryab.
Walaikum salam, Bir bhai, how are you?
I'm good, I'm good. Yaar, we totally missed you, man, last week.
Why you missed me, man? We had a quiz.
It's not the same if you're not doing it.
Acha? Jazakallah, Bir bhai, Jazakallah.
Yeah, man. So, how's
How was
everything?
Alhamdulillah, just work, getting through life. Just, literally, just live
Especially in
for
this
the
kind of
weekend.
situation.
What'd you say, Bir bhai?
No, I just said, especially in this kind of situation.
Yeah, literally, all I do is wait for the weekend. And then the weekend goes, and then I wait for the weekend again.
Yeah. I'm keeping myself busy with editing videos for the Jamaat.
Oh, really? What editing do you do?
I do the segments for K-Night. I do Work for No classes, which we do here in Warsaw.
Oh, do you put them
Sometimes,
online, the work for no classes?
yes, they are online as well. And what else? Tabligh discussions every Wednesday.
Okay, mashallah, nice man.
Our respected Murabbi Saab does, what do you call it, Arabic class every Wednesday as well.
Oh yeah, he does, he does. Ha that, ha that.
That,
I'll be watching.
and those videos have the most views among all other videos.
Oh no way!
Yes, on
What?
Instagram and YouTube.
How many views do you think they get around about?
The first lesson has over 250 views already.
Okay, wow, that's quite big. That's quite a
Alhamdulillah.
lot.
And we got viewership from India and United States.
Whoa. Okay. Oh wow, nice, nice. People in India are gonna become Arabic. No, no more namaste. Assalamu alaikum, Rabbi Saab.
What are you looking for, man? You're looking
Me?
tension.
What button?
Looking
Oh,
for your
you just
questions.
spying by yeah.
Looking for your questions, yeah? No,
I don't know where the water bottle's gone. Let me find it. I think I left it downstairs.
Rabbi Saab, I nearly finished editing Work for No class yesterday's. I only got the last 5 minutes left to do.
what are you editing, by the way?
Hmm?
What needs to
You had to go because you go by run.
be... Yeah,
In between talking for you or Jahid, he did the tilawat and he had to pause and had to restart. So just take out the restarting as well. Basically, long pauses.
Acha.
Like we are quiet now, and when we start talking, there's a gap in between. Just cut that gap.
So you're doing that much editing? That's crazy.
Trust me.
MashaAllah.
I do frame by frame.
No, you don't have to do that much, but if you feel like it, then you're the boss.
No. It does look good because you don't want to have too long gaps in between.
Sure,
So yeah, we're doing a quiz today.
Yeah. Inshallah.
That's how I can.
We
join.
know. I know
go-
my technology is not the best, but I've been given a new laptop by work, so hopefully it'll be better.
Don't forget your charger though.
No, it's already on charge.
Good. So I just hope I can join you guys on time because I have to go for a property viewing.
Okay, mashallah.
Where are you looking?
Are you thinking of buying?
No, it's not myself. It's a friend of mine.
Where are you going?
No. I'm saying I got my own house. I got my own property.
Mashallah. I got my own room. It's a box room, but it'll do.
It's your room. It's your space. It's your room. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. My mom keeps saying, "Where's your wife gonna do?" I'm like, I don't know. We can take turns on the bed.
Box room, man. Box room. Chalo, take care. I'll be back in a sec.
Yar.
Rabbi Sam, you're looking fresh, you know, you've been working out.
No, it's come from Jumma, man.
Oh,
Can't work
what?
out.
Now? 5 o'clock?
Yeah, I was in Wolverhampton this week.
Oh, no.
I go there and
Mashallah. Have you started any episodes yet?
not yet.
Bro, I'm telling you, the program teaches you patience, man. It teaches you basically how spoiled we are and how we take things for granted.
How do you even say the name?
I don't know. I think Ertugrul.
That's the proper way
Yeah.
of saying it.
Atrukul.
Ortogrul. I'm gonna start, man, inshallah. Start with the missus.
Inshallah. Yeah,
When
yeah.
you're married, you can't. You have to do it together. You have to watch
Oh,
the show
really?
together. Otherwise, like if one goes ahead, then problems are gonna start.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to raise a
Oh,
head.
no, it's a good program, man.
That's
That's
the
nice.
problem.
That's good to hear, though.
You start getting hooked onto a program. You have to pace yourself.
Last time I was this hooked was Prison Break.
Oh, you seen that?
Yeah, Tuesday. Have you seen it?
It's starting getting dead though. Like,
Yeah, of course. First season was the best, then second was alright, third was okay, fourth started to go dead.
just leave the prison now. innit?
Yeah, you left now. You've left now.
Man only
Mate.
stayed there for 3 years.
Yeah.
Made the most of it. Made a show out of it. There you go. Mubarak, how are you doing? I know Mubarak.
Kabir.
जी?
Assalamualaikum Zaryab Abiram Rabbi Sahab.
Walaikum Assalam.
Just come from work?
No, today I have off.
Oh, okay. Mubarak Sahab's sitting villa these days. Come on, need to make use of you.
Yeah.
Where's your friend Kashif? I'm always waiting for him.
I have forwarded him the link. I don't think he's
He's
using
in-
internet.
He's in the group. I'll put him in the group now. So.
Ah, okay.
Pata nahi?
Because his internet is off.
I might have to move that segment to the end. So it's coming late.
I will call him.
Okay. We've got a few things today. A few guys have dropped out in the last second. Nasser's dropped out, unfortunately.
Assalamualaikum Kashif.
Mark Sam. ठीक है यार.
I got a question for you, Rabbi Saab. You know when Hazur mentions Kabile, does that mean tribe? And does that mean they were nomads?
Tribe as in just they were known as those people. So you know here, like in Pakistan, you have a kabila of the Chaudhrys or these kind of people.
Oh, so they weren't exactly nomads.
No, it
Like-
wasn't like that. Kabila just means
Oh.
like the people. So people from the north, people from the south.
I need to go back in time, man. I wish I was born like 1,000 years ago.
You're watching
I'd
too
be a
much
warrior.
They weren't living like Vikings, if you think about it. That was much after. It's a different
Oh,
kind of-
Vikings older.
Vikings were after that period, wasn't it?
Well, I was reading something about like the history of the world, and it's only like the past 100 or 200 years where we actually entered modernism. Before that, everyone was living the same. Like
Crazy, yeah. Crazy.
So it's only 200 years of the recent ones where we actually, started innovating.
Imagine England was built on Anglo-Saxons and the Vikings. All these people lived in. Do you know there's a place called Hadrian's Wall, which I also did. We hiked it, which is from one coast to another coast. What are you doing?
Oh,
So Hadrian's Wall was basically during that time when the Vikings were living here, the barbarians, they were known as. I don't remember who was in charge, but Hadrian was in charge. He basically decided that he would put all the barbarians on the other side of Hadrian's Wall, which is basically where Hartlepool and Newcastle and Carlisle is, which is north of England. All of the barbarians would live on that other side, and they would make a wall, and that wall would separate everyone else from them. So that's still existing in the UK, and the wall is still there. Yeah, it's a wall going from one coast to another coast. It's about
what's this called?
Hadrian's Wall.
Adrian's. Oh wow,
We,
yeah,
we
you
walked,
said it enough.
we walked along there. It took us 5 days. And you can literally see the wall, and it's been broken down, just like the Berlin Wall. How they broke it down, but there's still remnants of it. So that's really interesting of how they literally class these people as barbarians, and they're just going to live in another side. So basically, all the ancestors of people living in Scotland and north of England come from them.
That's crazy. Because even Jerusalem's walled. You know?
Jerusalem, yeah.
Yeah, it's all walled. Even now, I think.
Yeah.
Why is Jerusalem so special, man?
Jerusalem is
Like
the land of the prophets. That's why.
You don't know that?
the end.
Shoaib, bता दे, why is Jerusalem special?
यार वहाँ पे कितने अंबिया आए हैं उस एरिया में?
Oh yeah,
Do you know that? जी.
Yeah, but I know. But why did like the Holy Prophet ﷺ came in Mecca? So why is it important for Muslims? Because of
Because मक्का के लोगों को ज़्यादा ज़रूरत थी उस टाइम नबी की.
वो सबसे प्यारी कौम ना जो बनी इसराइल थी, जिसके लिए उन्होंने अल्लाह ताला ने फरमाया था कि तेरे लिए तो मैंने मनो सलवा भी उतारा, फिर भी तू नाशुक्री रही, और मखजूब और ज़ालिमीन का निशाना तभी बनी थी बनी इसराइल की कौम. पहले तो महबूब तरीन कौम, द मोस्ट लव्ड बाय द अल्लाह. दिस नेशन वाज
which one? Which qawm?
बनी इसराइल.
Oh,
It's Bani Israel. Jerusalem is all about Bani Israel, and out of 1,24,000, 95% of the messenger was there by the Allah. So that's why.
is that why Jews are rich?
That's why the Jews. That's why the Jews think they're the chosen people, because the prophets were sent to them. That's what they're always talking about. We are the chosen ones and stuff.
Where did you read? Where can I read about this? About Bani Israel?
Read it in
Read
tafsir of غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين, the end of Surah Fatiha.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the path of those who have incurred displeasure or gone astray.
Yeah.
Oh.
In this Makhzub and Zalin, like Makhzub was Bani Israel, and
Yeah.
Zalin was the followers of Jesus. Christian is representing like the Zalin people, and the Makhzub.
Oh, so it's not the actual. The English translation is not the literal.
It's not true. It's just it's a prayer so that we don't become like that. It's so that just like the Jews, how they weren't grateful for prophethood for coming to them, how they mocked, Hazrat Isa coming to them and all these things. It's a lesson for us to learn from that. When any prophet comes, we should always respect them. And that's why Allah Ta'ala stopped prophethood, as Mubarak mentioned, over 1,000 prophets sent to Bani Israel. He stopped that line and sent it to Bani Ismail, which where the Holy Prophet ﷺ came from.
Oh yeah,
Then he started to the Arabs. So that's where the split happened. And he took it back right to the beginning where Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam built the first mosque, which is the Kaaba, and brought it back to them. That's why Jerusalem is so important. That's why Muslims always feel like it's important for them as well.
That's why in Durood Sharif we usually read that Al Ibrahima, that from the Ibrahim messenger till the Holy Prophet. So yeah, it's mentioned that if you will read the tafsir of Durood Sharif, you come to know about the Bani Ismail, because Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was from Bani Ismail.
Durood Sharif isn't not in the Quran, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, you
Okay, I
find
need
it.
to start reading.
You find it in the Quran. Maybe on Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin. Have a look at that actually. I know it's mentioned in Hadith. The best dua to read for the Holy Prophet ﷺ is that Durood Sharif. But even if it's not written as full, it's definitely extracted from the Holy Quran.
Oh yeah. I meant like as a.
Yeah, as a whole thing. Tiga. It's Kashif is not on. Tiga. I'll start the summary without him because when he comes, he can carry on. But alhamdulillah, today's Friday khutbah was, I think it was one of the most beautiful khutbahs, because he's always these days picking up things that people know, but just going into way more detail. And today Huzur spoke about Hazrat Bilal radiallahu anhu. And one thing which I want to pick up on is which affected me was when he mentioned about when the people went to Medina, and during that time there was loads of malaria, and the people, the Muslims were saying, we wish we went back to Mecca and all of these things. And at that time, the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, don't look at what you had, but look at what you will get. And told them to be grateful for living in a place where you can practice your religion. And this was all said by Khalifa Sani, radiallahu anhu, when the Muslims, when Ahmadis went to Rabwa, when they left Qadian, he mentioned this same story and told all Ahmadis that, we have left our homeland to somewhere else. And I remember at that time, Rabwa, and Baris can tell you as well, Rabwa at that time was a barren land. There was literally nothing. There were no trees or anything. It was like coming to a deserted area. And Ahmadis must have thought, like, what are we doing here? And how are we supposed to settle here? But humble beginnings showed that we went through the same kind of journey, just like the Muslims who left Mecca to Medina. So Alhamdulillah, we've also continued almost in that same way. But Hazur always mentions these things as a lesson for all Ahmadis, that wherever we go, always remember the sacrifices of our elderlies and try to emulate them, and try not to be ungrateful for what we have. Because sometimes when you lose something, you think that Allah will not help you, but we always have to try and stay grateful. So yeah, Mubarak can probably expand on that story, but in Rabba especially, the early beginnings of Rabba. Mubarak, are you?
Yes.
Yes.
In 1947, when Khalifa Sani and all Ahmadi brothers migrated from Qadian to Rabwa, and that was one more markaz, a center of Islam, Makkah, Medina, then Qadian, and then Rabwa, and now we are in Markaz, UK. So in this way, there was an increase in the number of center of Islam. And the second thing, it was like a desert. There was no water. There was no houses in that area. And then at that place, when he reached at that place, Khalifa Sani prayed to Allah about this. And after that, it was like, now you can say that everywhere it's a greenery and all these things. So it's only the barakat, as Huzur mentioned, every khutbah, every address, that it's all depend on the dua, and these are the barakat dua. These are the proof of the barakat dua, and as Khalifa Rabi mentioned, the best weapon for Ahmadi Muslims are dua. So this is a thing. This is due to this is the proof of the true Jamaat, and the you can say that Sadakat Hazrat Masih Maud as well, that the followers of promised Messiah will not left alone. So he was like under the support and the safeguard of divine. So that's what I know about it.
That's perfect, Jazakallah. And so that's something which was really new to me. I never thought about what the mindset would be of the Meccans going to Medina. It's like going to a completely different city, and they have their own ways and their own traditions. And so when malaria also came, they started thinking that what's happening to us, and they started losing hope. So it's a great reminder for us of the early stories of Islam. Jazakallah. Today we're going to have a new section which I wanted to start, and I actually gave it to one of our brothers, Atar Mirza. But unfortunately, in the last second, he had to pull out for some emergency, he said. But as with everything in Jamaat, the show goes on. So I'll just cover it. And basically, I want to welcome all of you guys to Khuddam Night News. So this is a new segment in our Khuddam Night, and this basically is all the news which happens throughout the week in the world, especially around the UK, in Midlands, international, some sports as well, just so we get a good flavor of try to capture everything. So that will be our sort of news presenter. but I've just started. I'm just going to kick it off this week. So in the BBC News headlines today was this. You guys must have heard about this. Boris Johnson last week saying the rule of 6 will apply from Monday. So on Thursday, the UK recorded another 2,919 confirmed cases of coronavirus, the 5th consecutive day that the figure has been more than 2,000. Another 14 deaths were reported within 28 days of a positive test. Prime Minister Boris Johnson set out the new rule of 6 on Wednesday as part of measures intended to halt the rise in cases. It applies both indoors and outdoors and to all ages, although there are some exemptions, such as gatherings for work. So this is one of the first items. We'll just discuss these afterwards, but I'll just get through all of them first. More specifically in the Midlands, just today actually, a few minutes ago, sorry, this is the same thing, but basically in Birmingham, they're going to start doing restricted lockdowns. So with this one, so in Birmingham, that has the second highest coronavirus infections rate in England, standing at 85.4 cases per 100,000 people, as per the week of 7th of September. The week before, it was recorded at 32 per 100,000. Now, according to the government's more local data, Birmingham is home to 6 of the top 10 neighborhoods with the highest number of positive cases in England. Springfield and Hall Green West in the southeast of the city has the most cases with 39, a sharp rise of the previous week. So basically, Birmingham is basically almost about to go into another lockdown as the cases go. So we must really try to, do our bit to try and stop that. This is one from international news. I don't know if you guys heard of this, but there was a fire that broke out in California. So a 14-year-old boy drives through flames to save family in Fresno County. And so this flame basically was going on for quite a long time, since last Friday, and has raised 176,000 acres, according to fire officials. So this boy, during that time, he quickly learned how to drive, and he had to go into the fire. And he even said that when I was driving through the fire, it was like a video game, and trying to save his family. So alhamdulillah, he actually went through there and saved his family. With sports now, the biggest news this week was Messi staying at Barcelona. Last Friday, on the 4th of September, during Khuddam night, Messi announced that he will be staying at Barcelona in order to finish his contract. The decision came with some reluctance, as Messi had been hoping to leave and believed he would be able to based on conversation he'd had with Josep Maria, which is the president of the club. He said, "My attitude will not change for all that I wanted to leave. I will give my best." And he said in a lengthy interview. And in that interview, he was very, very honest. And he literally said all the things that are wrong with the club. But he did say, when I told my wife and children about leaving the club, it was a drama. I had the whole family crying. My children did not want to leave Barcelona. In other news here, just some highlights of BBC Sports. Serena Williams lost in the semi-finals. Mourinho thinks that he will sign another player during the window. And as you know, they are all a building team, and many new transfers have taken place in football these days. And Premier League is starting tomorrow, inshallah. And the last bit, I just want to show you guys this. It's this week with Huzur. So this bit I want to also show you, which is very interesting. We'll just play like 1 minute of this video, because it's also very important to know what's going on in the Jamaat. So I'll just share my screen quickly, 1 second. So this is this week with Huzur, the MTA program.
We enjoyed a virtual meeting on Saturday. The virtual mulaqat for Sweden's office bearers
came only a day after their country suffered through hours of violent riots. The disorder erupted after a far-right group burned a copy of the Holy Quran. Naturally, the spiritual leader who is the greatest defender of the Holy Quran in this era addressed the issue during the following day's meeting.
तो यहाँ तो आज सुना है फसाद भी कल हुए रात को, उसका असर तो नहीं शहर में या आपके इलाके में?
नहीं प्यारे तो रात को हुए थे, अब अलग वजह से ठीक है।
अब ये जो मिसकंसेप्शन है इस्लाम के बारे में, इसको दूर करना है। ये शख्स जो खड़ा हुआ है जो मैं कुरान जला दूंगा, और उसको ठीक है पुलिस ने भी कहा नहीं उसको इजाज़त दी, लेकिन उसको साथ ये भी दे दिया उसको राइट है अपील करने का, वो अपील कर सकता है। और उसके जो बाद उसके जो थे फॉलोअर्स या उसके ग्रुप के लोग, उन्होंने पार्क में जाके जला भी दिया कल रात को। तो ये क्यों हो रहा है? इसलिए कि उनको पता ही नहीं कि इस्लाम की तालीम क्या है, कुरान करीम की तालीम क्या है। और इसलिए कि मुसलमानों के जो दहशतगर्द अमल हैं वो उनको यही बताते हैं कि हाँ ये कुरान में ही होगा। वो इस एक आयत को तो पकड़ लेते हैं कि किताल करो या जंग करो, जो बाकी अखलाक जो हुक्म है दूसरे कि किन हालात में करो उसका कोई नहीं पता इन लोगों को। तो ये चीज़ें पता होनी चाहिए इन लोगों को। इस लिहाज से भी आप तबलीग का प्लान करें। हम तबलीग के
ठीक है, that's the news for now. Jazakallah for watching that. So what do you guys think? Ziyab, I'll ask you first. What do you think about this new lockdown rule on Monday? That
well, like I don't think people are going to listen because the police isn't strict enough. Like, for example, I went to Germany a few weeks ago and I went into a McDonald's without my mask on and the managers just literally started screaming at me. And here, everyone, there's a rule to wear the mask, but there's no enforcement. There's only, so I don't know, people in, they're quite rebellious, especially in Birmingham.
Yeah, and you can see from the cases.
I don't think anyone listens.
I think only last week they were saying outside Ladypool there was a queue of over 1 mile outside the shops, and
for food.
During this is, they obviously weren't maintaining the 2-meter rule, and everyone's close together. So on one hand they're telling people there's an offer of 50% at restaurants, but you can only eat inside. So people are gathering outside with thousands of people and then going inside the restaurant and sitting, very close to each other there as well. So, like, I think our Prime Minister has made this rule just to show people that we are doing this. But realistically, is it practical? That's what we have to look at. To limit people from 30 people down to 6 people. I don't even think people knew that there was a limit of 30 people in the first place. Now limiting it to 6 people, let's see how it goes. But it doesn't apply to worship places. It doesn't apply to schools and all of these things. So I don't know. What else do you guys think? Shoaib, you must have an opinion on this. If Shoaib is available.
I'm available. क्या कह सकते हैं इसमें?
क्या ख्याल है? हो सकता है 6 लोग सिर्फ बाहर जा सकते हैं.
The Prime Minister, he says, can't meet more than 6 people. ठीक है. Workplaces जो है, workplaces में same situation है. ठीक है. I work in government department where we got 40 people in my area, and no one is keeping distance, staying together, working together, and getting stuff, getting files and everything. So अजीब सा है, मतलब कोई समझ नहीं आती इसकी. अगर रूल्स है, अब स्कूल्स ओपन है, ठीक है, स्कूल्स में भी सेम सिचुएशन है. बच्चे वहाँ पे जब पेरेंट्स जब लेने जाते हैं बच्चों को, उस टाइम भी सारे मिल रहे होते हैं, इकट्ठे हो रहे होते हैं. अजीब सी, मतलब कोई समझ नहीं आती इसकी.
I think
ये कहना क्या चाहता है?
In my opinion, like, especially for schools, like the children are the most vulnerable right now. You can see a lot of the cases are with the kids. But to send them back to school is crazy, and having to tell them that you have to wear a mask, you have to. I was speaking to someone the other day. They were saying that they're waiting to pick up their kids from school, and literally all the parents are jam packed together, waiting to bring their kids, and all the kids as well are also not abiding by the 2 meter rule. How can you tell, Zaid, you have kids? How can you tell kids of that age, to maintain a distance? For them, naturally, they're going to chase each other. They're going to go play with each other. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's what they've said is that I think for kids who are in secondary school, they want, I think it's some schools, depending on the schools and the head teachers, if they want to apply the mask rule in their school, they can. But when it comes to primary schools, there's nothing there, to be honest, and all the school where my girls are going, the only kind of thing that they've done is basically is every year they start like, for example, my kids, they go at let's say at 8:30. The next class will go at 8:40 or something like that. But then again, it's nothing really. The kids are my kids are 5 and 3. So what are they going to know about social distancing? And if someone tells them not to be apart or anything like that, what are they going to understand from this? And kids, I know they're all just jumping on top of each other, they're playing with each other. There's nothing to it. And also, honestly speaking, that when the school started, when my kids, when they came back home 2 days after, they actually were not feeling well. But obviously it wasn't really corona or anything like that. I hope it wasn't. But it was just the weather is changing and so on, and they were quite severe. They were vomiting, they had fevers, and they also they let them go to school for like a couple of days, and now recently they just started to go to school again. So
Yeah.
it's just a bit, I don't know, it's very, and also apparently there's a case in the school that a kid had corona, and apparently that whole year is not coming, is self-isolating for 14 days.
Yeah. Wow.
But
Very first day when schools opened in Birmingham, 21 schools had to close. So they said because of this outbreak in their school, they had to close 21 schools in one day, first day. So what's the point?
Yeah, we can only pray. But in some good news, I don't know if it's good news, but Pakistan has actually been heralded as one of the success stories during COVID-19. And you guys must have heard about this. And this has transformed into a COVID-19 success story, where the numbers have actually decreased and they've actually controlled the situation. I know that someone was telling me that even their schools, they don't send the kids every single day. They're sending them on alternate days and in different groups. So even in that department, they are controlling it. So some good news for Pakistan. Something to be happy about. But inshallah,
That's because the police smack you there, man.
whatever rules they are enforcing, it's definitely working and it's saving lives. So we can only be happy. ठीक है. Khuddam talks today, inshallah. We have Zahid Zakla for coming on. Zahid basically, as you know, is regional Tabligh Nazim. I wanted to do an allegation corner, but I wanted to bring you in first. But just give us what we have to know, Zahid bhai.
Jazakallah Mabsab, and Assalamu alaikum everyone. Assalamu alaikum to all, Amar Bhai as well. I think he's just recently moved to from London to Wolverhampton, I believe so.
Assalamu alaikum.
How you doing, man?
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, good, man. I'm also in Wolverhampton Jamaat as well, so inshallah we'll catch up soon sometime, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, inshallah.
Those who don't know, most of you, of course, you would know by now. For West Midlands, I'm the regional Nazim Tabligh Nazim, and recently we were supposed to have our Tabligh Ashra, which was for 10 days, which was already supposed to be started I think it was supposed to be started on Thursday, but unfortunately it's been postponed. I'm not sure for what sort of reason, but the plan, inshallah, is that to combine the Tabligh Ashra with the Jamaat Tabligh Ashra as well. So they normally 6 months back, this is when COVID actually started. There was two different Tabligh Ashras, but this time they're going to join them together. So there's going to be one Tabligh Ashra and it's going to be starting on the 25th of this month. So we've got a couple of days to kind of plan ahead for the Tabligh Ashra, and get down on what we can be doing and so on. Today, obviously, I wanted to really talk about what we should be doing right now and so on, give certain targets and so on, but unfortunately it's been postponed, so it will continue from the 25th, inshallah. And that's that update. With regards to also with the Tabligh Ashra, what the center wants from us as well, as what they want us to be doing during this period, is that they want us to obviously to do Tabligh. The most important thing which I get told all the time as well, is also when I attend my trainings as well, is that if you really want to succeed, and if you really want someone to convert from their heart, and inshallah after that they have converted as well and they've accepted as well, you want them to carry on, and for them to be looked after as well. So there's a lot around it, and it's simply not just done by preaching. There's so many ways that this could be done, but the one key thing is that whenever we do tabligh, we must pray. We must pray that for ourselves, and we must pray for the person or who we will be doing tabligh to, that basically that this person, who what I say or what comes out of my mouth really guide me. And that is the the ultimate key to to success. Without prayers, without remembering Allah Mia, and without the support of Allah, it's you got a really hard battle in this, and it's not very simple. Tabligh is something that you can have a friend, and you could really be debating with them for over years and years and years, but like, as if Allah is on your side, let's say this that situation or that time, it could really make it so much easier for you. So the most important thing is, I would say, and also on the one of our targets for the Tabligh Ashra is that prayer and tahajjud. So try to how many people are reading tahajjud during the Tabligh Ashra. If you really want it to be a success, if you really want someone to to accept Islam Ahmadiyyat, then do pray for them, and do pray for yourself as well. So that's the first thing. So that's our targets for the Tabligh Ashra, is that to make sure that we are praying. Another target which has been set, let me just have a look, just get lost.
While you're looking for that, I just want to say Assalamualaikum to Sabur as well. Sabur is also part of the Wolverhampton now. For guys who don't know, Sabur he's the son of Abdul Ghaffar Sahib, Murabbi Sahib in Birmingham. So he's also joined us.
He's on the call as well, is it?
Yeah, he's hiding under the name of Abs.
Okay.
Walaikum salam. Pleasure to have you on, Sabur.
Jazakallah.
Birmingham isn't too far away, but it feels like you've come as a new Khuddam into the region.
Traitor.
Go on, he's joined the good side.
It was destiny.
No, it's really good to have people from all around the region. I've always said that.
Yeah.
Sabur, I'm trying to get you on for a while now, but alhamdulillah, you have the time now.
Yeah.
Jazakallah.
Yeah.
How are you, and how was the move, and how do you feel about living in Wolverhampton?
Well, where we are is very quiet and peaceful, and it's been a week now since we've been here now, so can't really complain much.
Yeah.
You know, still settling in. So just remember us in your prayers, and inshallah, hopefully Allah, will enable us to join and do Jamaat works together, inshallah.
I think the main thing you have to remember is just like Zaid, by you saying praying. You've been living in the mosque for so many years now, and finally leaving the nest kind of, and living in your own home. I think that will be your greatest challenge. Just like I think we're all facing the same thing. Me a little bit less because I'm kind of forced to lead namaz because I'm the imam, but also living in the mosque. But for you guys, especially all of you living in your own homes, even if you're 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away, it doesn't make a difference. The fact that there's a distance between you, physical distance. So always try to close that gap and try to attach yourself as much as you can.
Yeah.
I think that is always going to be the challenge.
Of course. I mean, this is really a test for me, as I've been, like you mentioned, been living in the mosque all my life, basically, following my dad around here and there to actually, be allowed to have your own place. And, that mosque is not there anymore now. How to get up, travel to a mosque.
Yeah.
That's the, inshallah, hopefully I can still continue that. And like I said, remember me in your prayers, guys, that Allah keep us close to the Jamaat.
And just you being part of Khuddam, we hope that this is also one step closer to the Jamaat as well for you. I hope that you can continue. And all of us as well, man. I always say anything we do for the Jamaat is a blessing. It's a reward. And all of us, if you think about it, if you get to the end of your week, Sunday, right? Get to the end of your week, think back how many times did I actually do something to change for the betterment for the Jamaat. And it's not that many times, but just you being part of something allows you to be in that category. So any opportunity you guys get, whatever it is, try to do your best to serve and to help the Jamaat wherever you can, because Jamaat is going to progress no matter what. I think Zaria, we're talking about this as well today in the morning. So Jamaat is going to progress no matter what. It doesn't matter if you help or not, but if you want to be on the bandwagon, if you want to catch those blessings, then have your input as well and help out. And I think that's like the message which we should always take. And we should take these opportunities the best that we can. So, yeah,
are you missing the mosque?
Am I missing the mosque? That's a good question. Little bit, getting up, hearing azan and everything, you tend to miss it. Do you know what I mean? But inshallah, I'll do my own azan.
I also have something to say. When I was posted to Midlands, for me is a big thing, because leaving like the south, London, leaving Islamabad, and also London. I always thought that because I'm moving further away from Huzur, I'm gonna be further away from Khilafat. But then I asked Feroz Alam Sahib, who actually, you mentioned Azan, so I thought of him. And I just asked him, look, I'm feeling really sad, I'm moving further away from Khilafat. And he said to me beautiful advice that sometimes you have to move further to become closer. And I felt like that was so true. Like I felt like sometimes you get too comfortable in one position, you don't actually feel like you're close to God. Sometimes you have to move away for you to remember how important those things are, so that you can become closer. If you use that pain of missing your mosque or missing anything about the Jamaat, use that to get closer and use it as a motivation, and inshallah Allah will give you success. And it's the same story for all my friends who have left to go to Argentina, to go to South America and America and all these places. You see how successful they're being is because they're using that love they have for Huzur to gain that success and gain that momentum. So same, apply it with everything, with the belief we're talking about right now. Apply it to that as well. Use that motivation of leaving to get closer to Allah. See you guys.
Sure. Jazakallah.
No worries. Yeah, back to you, Zaid. Let's go.
Yeah, guys. So the second target, which what has been set from the center, is that so it's the amount of people we have introduced Islam Ahmadiyya to on the day. So let's say on the first day, how many people have you spoken to Islam Ahmadiyyat about? It's your friends, it's your work people. Not normally, we have our workmates, even myself included as well. I mean, I normally don't have a fixed place of work, but I go to different places when I'm working, and normally sometimes I know this person for a couple of years, but I haven't really told them about about my religion. I haven't told them this is such a big part of myself and who I am, and I haven't really introduced them to exactly who I am and where I belong from. And I guess and I believe that most of you also have this a friend or a colleague at work that you know them for such a long time, but you haven't really spoken about Jamaat. You haven't really introduced them exactly what faith you're from and what you believe, and that chapter. So I think also when the Ashra is another chance for us to kind of try things differently, and really the people that we know and we meet on daily basis, your friends, your colleagues, and so on, try to tell them about Jamaat, tell them who you really are, where you come from, and all of this as well. Another way of telling someone about Jamaat Ahmadiyyat is through doing khidmat-e-khalq activities. And I've mentioned this before as well. This is one thing that I really like. This is one way of tabligh, form of tabligh that I really like. When we show to someone a physical example of something that we do, for example, I don't know, litter picking, blood drive, there's countless, tree planting, so many other khidmat-e-khalq activities that they are there. When we do something physical, and we demonstrate it to someone, we show it to them, and they see that is that is amazing, because then they just like they'll just say that, oh, you just preach, but you're not really supporting it. How the way to support it really physically is through khidmat khalq activities. And we're so lucky at that. I mean, at the moment that we're able to help out. We've got a system in structure in Jamaat that we have got khidmat khalq department. We've got our khidmat khalq nazims. We've got 9 qiyadats in our region, and 9 nazims potentially. So there's so much that could be done, especially at the moment with this pandemic we're in. There's 1,000 ideas that we could just literally open up, go out and do something. But unfortunately, I don't. To be honest, I don't really see that happening in our region as well, and it's a bit of a shame. It is a bit of a shame. I do feel a bit let down by that. But I'm sure that we can do so much, guys. This is something that I've really thought a bit too. I'm sorry, feeling a bit emotional there, but it's just I wish someone could say, oh, you know what, just put the pressure down. Okay, next weekend or something like that, we're gonna go out, we're gonna do it, and I won't be able to say no. I won't be able to say it, but it's like coming up with these things and really going ahead with this kind of stuff. So this is one other target. Yeah. So another one is that the third target is getting in. Rabbi Sahib, did you want to add something on? I'm sorry.
No.
No? All right, cool.
I'm enjoying your passion right now.
Sorry, man. Yeah. So another one is basically getting involved in tabligh activities. So tabligh activities, it could be, there's a lot basically. So right now at the moment, we're gonna have allegation corner in Khuddam night as well. So allegations, again, this is a part of tabligh as well. So you also just listening to this and you just understanding the allegation, which Nasser does, it brings up a very, very good allegation, and the way he tackles it as well, and the points he puts forward towards that. Believe me, I learned so much from it myself, and there's things that I hadn't really thought about that as well. So, and there's also we have every week on a Wednesday, we have tabligh training, tabligh discussion classes, and that's normally about an hour long. And again, we choose a topic, and there's something for everyone to kind of learn from. And if you have any questions as well, you can ask them there as well. And this literally happens every single week, and this is one form of way you can get involved in a tabligh activity in the present time. Obviously, normally you'll be doing, you know, physical tabligh and leafletting and, you know, so on. But at the moment, you know, there's campaigns you can get involved in. I know Zaryab, he's very active in Twitter, alhamdulillah, and he's always like, he's always sending out messages like and his guide sahib is tagging him and replying back to him. So you know, they're getting involved, alhamdulillah, you know, and they are, you know, they are active in this form of tabligh, and that is a one way of, you know, in social media. At the moment, obviously, we can't meet people, and now apparently restrictions are going to 6 people and so on. So how else can you, you know, do tabligh? You know, the social media is all out there. There's I don't know, there's so many people who are on social media connected. In minutes, you can get your word across. So this is some ways that you can do, you know, tabligh activities. And I think, yeah, sorry, the fourth one was awareness talks, which I've already just mentioned. Awareness talks is tabligh, you call it tabligh, tabligh discussions. There's a national tabligh talk, which happens by Naseem Bajwa Saab every Sunday, 6:30 p.m. And that will, inshallah, be carrying on as well. So, you know, this again, is another way you can also get involved in the discussion and ask your questions as well. So yeah, and the last point is the target, which is be set. The fifth one is a voluntary fast. So the voluntary fast is on the Monday, and it's on the Thursday. So there's 2 days that you know, the center is asking us to, you know, try to do the voluntary fast as well. So that's from the Tabligh Ashra side, to be honest. So yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Zad, do you allow me to show a video, please?
Yeah, please, man.
Yeah, so this is so the video I was showing of this week. The same video. The next question, which I was about to play, was this, and he asked this question. If you can see at the bottom, he said, "How should the Tabligh department propagating the true message of Islam?"
ये शोबे में मौजूदा सूरत हाल में किस तरह काम करें? जो ऑनलाइन तबलीग है बहुत ज़्यादा शुरू हो गई है, व्हाट्सएप पे, सोशल मीडिया पे। यहाँ देखें लोगों के पास क्या क्या सवाल हैं, क्या क्या इश्यूज उठते हैं, मुख्तलिफ साइट्स हैं, उनमें जाके उनको बताएं कि इन हालात में हमें अल्लाह ताला की तरफ ज़्यादा झुकना चाहिए, अल्लाह ताला की तरफ आना चाहिए, उसको पहचानना चाहिए, ना ये कि एथिस्ट बन जाएं और खुदा ताला को छोड़ दें, और या ये समझें खुदा ताला दुआएं कबूल नहीं करता है, या खुदा ताला नहीं है, या दुनिया ही सब कुछ है। अगर दुनिया को बचाना है तो ये करो, क्योंकि इसके बाद फिर क्राइसिस जो आएगा, इस बीमारी के बाद जो इकोनॉमी जब शटर होती जाएगी दुनिया की, तो अगला क्राइसिस फिर ये आएगा कि फिर दुनिया एक दूसरे के माल पे कब्जा करने की कोशिश करेंगे। जब माल पे कब्जा करने की कोशिश करेंगे तो जंगें शुरू हो जाएंगी, जिसके लिए ब्लॉक बनते हैं, और ब्लॉक बनने शुरू हो चुके हैं। ये तो इसको बचने के लिए यही तरीका है कि खुदा की तरफ आओ और अपनी जिम्मेदारियों को समझो। लेकिन जो भी मीडिया है, आखिर लोगों के रब्ता दुनिया का हो ही रहा है ना, उस मीडिया को आप भी इस्तेमाल करें और उस तरीके को आप भी इस्तेमाल करें जो दुनिया इस्तेमाल कर रही है। ठीक है, चलें बैठ जाएं।
Yeah, so Zara, I think that was hit the nail on the head, right? And that encapsulates everything. Using our media, finding out what people are saying around the world, and getting all this together and answering them. And I think that's what we should start doing. Twitter campaigns, making videos, answering allegations, all of these things. And obviously internal is very important, but external is also very important as well. So I think that hits the nail on the head, really.
Exactly.
Yeah. So inshallah, we hope. I think this is the second day of Tabligh Ashra, right?
No. It's been postponed to 25th.
Okay.
Of the month. So inshallah, there will be a combined Tabligh Ashra with Jamaat.
Okay.
So yeah, so in about another, let's say 2 weeks from now, it will start on a Friday. 2 weeks from now, it will start. So inshallah, the first discussion we will be on Khuddam night.
Perfect. We have to Khuddam night, inshallah. Inshallah, that's good. Okay. So as you mentioned, are we good for that? Yeah.
Yeah. Inshallah, I'm just making plans ahead with that. I'm speaking to my team as well. and I've got some things planned,
Okay.
but I hope so. You know, we can do them, and inshallah, if I wanted to do a Twitter campaign, to be honest, as well,
Inshallah.
but I don't know. Like, I'm just still waiting on the reply from Centre. You know, if there's a campaign that, you know, we could lead as West Midlands on Twitter, you know, they give us the hashtag, they let us know what they want us to, basically hashtag again and retweet and so on. And we can, you know, there's so many people in our region who've got Twitter accounts, but I've realized that in the last couple of months, you know, not many people are really using Twitter as they should be doing, as we could be doing as well. There's so many people who have, you know, everyone has an account on it. I'm sure most people do, but you know, it's good if we're really using them. That's you know, that's when we're using it, you know, for our, league purposes, and using it fully for the good reasons as well.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. Jazakallah, Zaid bhai. Perfect. So just going off from what you're saying, we're going to have a little allegation corner answered right now. So Zaid, Jazakallah. Nasser isn't here today, but I'm going to cover for him. And so there's one allegation which has come up, and Ahmadi Answers actually answered it very nicely. But I'll just go over it quickly. So Ahmadi Answers, this is his page. He posts things all the time. What we're going to look at today is this one, and this is Noman Ali Khan, who exposed Sheikh Umar Suleiman. So basically, he's showing that within the Muslim Ummah, there's so much, differences. People are saying things, and other people are contradicting them. And what this guy Sheikh Umar Suleiman says is about this verse specifically. And Mubarak, I'll bring you in as well in a bit, but he speaks about this verse. So this one. So specifically talking about Jesus alayhi salatu wasalam, and you know how Jesus was put on the cross. So they take this verse, وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ وَلَكِنْ شُبِّهَ لَهُمْ. So this word is what we're going to concentrate on today, is شُبِّهَ لَهُمْ. And so what this guy says, this Umar guy, Sheikh Umar Saab, I'll just quickly play this video. I think it's just a few minutes.
In today's video, Sunni, the substitution theory, which is...
So substitution theory, meaning that they use this word shubiha lahum, meaning to appear to them. So it appeared like Jesus ﷺ passed away, and this is what we believe. So everyone thought that Jesus ﷺ passed away on the cross, so they left him and they didn't kill him or anything or break his legs as they usually do. So this is our belief, but what they say is that Allah Ta'ala put someone else on the cross who looked like Jesus and crucified him, but Jesus ﷺ was saved or brought to the sky, whatever they say, which is completely wrong. And this is what this Sheikh Umar Saab is preaching to people. He's saying that there was someone else who was put on the cross, who was crucified. Jesus ﷺ didn't die, and so then Noman Ali Saab, Noman Ali, he comes in and says what he's saying is completely wrong and it's completely made up.
Is not in the Quran.
That wanted to kill him, and instead an image being placed there or a person in his place. And there are narrations in that regard of a man, one of the followers of the Hawariyin, of the disciples, who took on the image of Isa alayhi salam on the condition, on the ask that he will be joined with Isa alayhi salam in Jannah. Either way, the likeness of Isa alayhi salam was placed on the cross, and that's what was crucified.
This is completely false. Let us now hear Noman Ali Khan expose Umar Suleiman.
True or false? Because even the theory that somebody was put in his place is not from Islam. Because even the theory that somebody was put in his place is not from Islam. Because even the theory that somebody was put in his place is not from Islam. And that theory could also be argued, well, if that's the case, then it's as if Allah is allowing one person to be punished in place of another. Because even the theory that...
Yeah, so that's basically what the allegation is, and that's the refutation. And we say that Shubbiha lahum means that it appeared to everyone that Jesus ﷺ passed away or was crucified. Even now, people still think that he was crucified. But here, just to further explain, the word shubiha lahu means he made it or him to be like it or him, or dubious. The question arises, who is the person who was made to appear like one crucified? Clearly, it was Hazrat Jesus Islam, whom the Jews tried to crucify or slay. The theory invented by some Muslim commentators that someone else was made to look like Hazrat Jesus Islam and was then crucified in his place is simply absurd. The context of the verse cannot be twisted to make room for someone else. No one else is mentioned. Besides, the belief of God made someone else, an innocent person, look like Jesus and die in his place makes God look very cruel. So that's basically the allegation, and that was the answer. And we can never say that God goes against his nature. And also in the Holy Quran, as you know, one verse always explains another verse. That's the way of the Holy Quran. And the Holy Quran always says that no one will burden anyone else's, take the burden of anyone else. So why would God take an innocent person, put him on the cross, and make him die just to show people that Jesus has passed away? It's not right. So shubbiha lahum is a very important word which we have to translate properly for us to understand that it was made to look like he was crucified, but Allah Ta'ala only made him subconscious and then made him conscious again afterwards. So that's the allegation, that's the answer. Within 5 minutes, I think I got that. Jazakallah. Tiga. Just a quick one there. Jazakallah. Is that okay? Is that good?
Good, Jazakallah. Yeah, on the point, Rob Sab.
straight to the money.
That's it, man. Jackpot.
That's all it takes. That's the Tabligh al-Shura. Just we need to learn new allegations and what people are saying. Is Mubarak, anything on this that you want to say?
No, Rabbi, we don't have any shubha lahum on your statement as well. The thing is, as you mentioned, La Sunnatullah Tabdila, that the God nature will never be changed. The second thing you mentioned that there should be no contradiction, and there is indeed no contradiction between the Quranic verses, as it is mentioned. This I don't remember the verses of this ayat, Shubha Lahum 1, but I know the Surah Maida ayat 100 and verses 117 or 18, where it is totally contradicting with that Surah Maida ayat, where Allah, at the day of judgment, Allah is asking Hazrat Isa alayhi salam that you say to the people that make me and my mother is like the Trinity philosophy or the idea or the belief. So at that time, at the day of judgment, Hazrat Isa was saying that once I was there, I was supervising them. When you lift me up or you give me die, then you are the supervising of the whole world. So that is totally contradiction with this one. And the second thing, that no one will bear the burden of the other, not in the world and not in the day of the judgment as well. So this one, from childhood, from the school level in 9th class, I heard the first time this thing. And at that time, I have zero knowledge of Tabligh in 9th grade school, and the guy told me that story. And the problem is the problem with our society is that everyone is a scholar there, and whoever is pronouncing very well huruf halki, hamza ha ain ha ain ghain kha, if you will say Hazrat Isa alayhi salam, then you will be the perfect scholar. If you are going to the bar at night, but you are saying Isa from the halak, that means you are a good scholar. I will follow you and I will take a bet from you. So the thing is, these are the metaphorical words. The people like the Dajjal thing, the Gada take it as it is, and the fairy tale, and the Shubbilahum, they have made the story as well from the commentators of the Sunni or the Shia. So these they never have these mind to read about the metaphorical things. So it's all metaphorical way, because Quran is not a fairy tale.
That's really good. I was speaking to one of my friends in Mosul yesterday, actually, and he debates with his friend all the time, and his friend's always telling him that Ahmadis are the worst of the worst of the worst. Even Jews, we can, to an extent, we can accept them. Even Shias, even Deobans, all of these people, to a level we can accept them, but Ahmadis, no way. And then my friend just asked him, but how can you say that you hold on to this thing of the Holy Prophet ﷺ being Khatam al-Nabiyyin, being the last and best prophet, being the last prophet, but at the same time, you're going to clubs, you're sleeping with women, you're smoking, you're doing all of these bad things, but because you're saying Khatam al-Nabiyyin, then you're fine.
Exactly.
Exactly, but Ahmadis are the worst. No matter what they do, no matter how much namaz they pray, how much Quran they read, they're the worst. And so when he asked him this, he had no answer. He just said, no, you guys are just false and this and that, this and that. You don't believe that the Holy Prophet ﷺ is the last prophet. And just because they hold on to this thing, they think that they can do anything they want, but because they hold on to this thing that they are better than anyone else.
It's almost like the Christians believe that Jesus came to die for their sins and they could do whatever they want.
Exactly.
That's like what these Nanabadis are doing now with their thing that we don't believe in the Prophet Muhammad to be the last prophet, and they just believe that them believing in that statement they're going to heaven straight away, which is actually so. On that, I myself had argument with a guy from my workplace, basically about Ahmadiyyat. He doesn't even know yet that I'm Ahmadi. So that's something that I'm still working on. And he goes to me that he's Gambian. He's Gambian, so you know how extreme they are. So he goes, Ahmadis at this, they're Kafirs, this and that. I'm like, listen, he goes to me, MDs in Ghana. I'm like, yeah, there's quite a lot of MDs in Ghana, He's like, yeah, MDs, they come with the money. They only have money. That's what they use for their tabligh. They're convinced with money. They go around giving people money. I'm like, really? Yeah.
Which MD is this? I want to see him. I want to meet this guy.
I asked Steve, do you have anybody that's been to MD school, like TI, and because I'm sure they've got some in Gambia. He goes, yeah, his sister went to one of the schools. I was like, exactly. Did he pay for any fees? He goes, no. I'm like, that's Ahmadiyya. They don't ask for money. They bring schools, education for girl child and boys as well. They don't ask for any money. That's their way of giving back to community.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but brother, they Kafirs, this and that. I'm like, listen, we continue another time. I go. But you guys are so adamant. It's really sad, when you're trying to, not argue, but to bring, knowledge to them, to try and, show them the light. It's very hard, Like you said earlier, it's just with prayers, inshallah, that these people, Allah can change their hearts.
Yeah. That's the key, isn't it? And when their heart is closed and like stone, which the Quran talks about, it's very difficult for them to see anything. And it's like they're blind in this world and they'll be blind in the next. So pray that Allah Ta'ala opens their hearts up and opens their eyes so that they can see this, at least recognize that it's what the good work that we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jazakallah. That's good. So I always like getting real life examples. Hamza is always talking about it. Support Jazakallah. That's a perfect example. And if I can I just go back to this verse because it's like so clear, and I just don't understand how people don't see this. It's written so clearly in the Quran that وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ, that they didn't slew him, nor did they crucify him. Like these two things, like it's so clear that he wasn't killed, nor was he crucified, but it was just made to look like it was. And just that verse alone, right? That verse alone proves that Hazrat Isa alayhi salam wasn't killed. And that's end of story. You shouldn't, make your own translations or make your own interpretations. It's one of those things which is so clear. So the Jazakallah everyone. So that was Allegation Corner. We bring it to you every week, new allegation, old allegations, but answering it in a different way. Make sure that you guys are able to go on social media because there's so much happening right now. And any tweet that Ahmadis do, if Hazrat Masih or the list of has come, you'll always find negative comments as well from people. So try and it's a bit easier now because you're not confronting anyone. It's just online. So try and answer an allegation, and let's bring it next week, and let's see which allegations you guys have tried to answer. Tiga, Jazakallah man. We'll go to the last section now. So we're getting on a bit. Usually we try to finish by 7. But we'll go to our Kahoot quiz now. Subur, I don't know if you've played Kahoot before. You must have with Palmer. But if you have the app on your phone, you just have to type in the code. The Zaryab will tell us now.
I don't have the app.
Yeah, just quickly download the app. Amar, you as well. I know you have low data, but it doesn't take too much data. Try download the app. Inshallah, you'll be rewarded with Wi-Fi soon. Yeah, Zirab, tell us, man. What's the plan today?
The plan is no hiccups.
We had a pretty good one last week. But I think there's only 3 of us who did it. So it was guaranteed.
Yeah, I was going through it. It was quite a good one. I was going through it before, earlier on.
Just tell the new guys how it works and what they need to do.
Okay, so let me just share my screen. Okay, so this is the Kahoot. You need to go on Kahoot.it or download the Kahoot app and put in your game pin and then choose a name, and then your name will pop up on the screen here. 62028869. Zaid Bayzin.
Zaid Bay, after a long time, he's come back. Let's see if he come back with some knowledge.
Oh man.
Just download.
Yeah, whenever it's finished downloading, let us know.
Yeah, I just downloaded Kahoot as well.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Prison break.
I wonder who that is.
What we did?
All right, can you see the screen, Sabur? Just put that pin in 62028869 once you've downloaded the app.
Was a teacher for work or socially?
No, click on there's a pin, enter pin. It's in the middle of your screen at the start when you open the app.
Sure.
Enter pin and then type this in.
606.
Okay, got 3 players in.
What's the pin? 62?
Can you see the screen, Sabur?
62028869.
Sabur, the other thing is you need 2 devices.
Oh, is it?
So, what phone do you have? Are you iPhone or Samsung?
Yeah,
iPhone.
I got iPhone. Just a moment. Let me use my laptop then.
Okay. Thing is, you need to put one screen is going to have the questions, and your phone is just going to be used for answering the question.
Oh, right. Just a moment.
Might need some time. Should have told him that first, Zaryab.
I know, right?
Z slacking already.
My bad, man.
So will I be able to see the questions on the screen?
Can you see my screen?
Oi. Amar as well. Another thing you can do is, what's your name? Zaryab, you can read out the questions because they can't see them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so Amar, for next time, and Subur, you guys need, it's best to be on laptop. So have your Khuddam on the laptop and then have the Kahoot on your phone. It's just easier to work like that.
Hey, remember that next time. Just get on my laptop.
Yeah. We'll read out the questions this time, yeah?
Okay. So, question 1. We're about to start.
Bismillah. Charge your laptop, please.
It's up. Look. Oh, I put it in. Okay, so what was the name of the son of Muawiyah who demanded allegiance to him from Hazrat Imam Hussain radiyallahu ta'ala anhu? This is the incidents of Karbala. So was it A, Yanfasir, 2, Yuzafa, 3, Yasir, or 4, Yazid? The son of Muawiyah who demanded allegiance from him from Hazrat Imam Hussain. 1, Yanfasir, Yuzafa, yellow Yasir, and green Yazid. Yeah, Jazakallah.
Make sure you answer the question as well, guys. Yeah.
I didn't even answer this one.
Blue. Okay, so you have to say blue. Was it blue, green, red, or whatever the colors are?
Okay. So which of these is the name of the son of Hazrat Imam Hussain radiyallahu anhu? Is it red, Ahmed, blue, Azaid, yellow, Ali, green, Ahil? The son of Hazrat Imam Hussain radiyallahu anhu. I think he had 2 sons with this name. Red, Ahmed. Okay. Yes, it was indeed Ali. One of the sons was Ali Akbar, who was actually martyred at the end of Karbala.
MashaAllah.
Oh, prison break. Okay, true or false? Horses can sleep both standing up and lying down. Blue, true. Red, false.
Repeat
Horses
that
can
again.
sleep.
Horses can sleep both standing up and lying down. True or false?
Yeah, it is indeed true. Quite functional horses are.
Yeah.
Okay. Very horse knowledge.
Zaid.
Came back with a bit of knowledge, man.
Good stuff.
What was the name of the man who rebelled against Hazrat Ali and started his own Khilafat? I think this is already come up in the order just changed, but is it red Mulizam, 2 Munawwar, 3 yellow Muawiyah, or green Manahmal? This question, the order was meant to be the first question, but yes, indeed, it was Muawiyah who rebelled against Hazrat Ali and self-declared as the Khalifa. All right.
Let's go.
Khutbah test. What harsh treatment did Hazrat Bilal endure? It was mentioned today. Is it red, walk on spikes, blue, hot stones, yellow, theft, or green, he was whipped? Yes, indeed, it was hot stones. It was placed on his back.
Rocks, not stones.
Pardon, sorry, what was?
There's rocks. And rocks are much
Oh,
bigger
rocks.
than stones.
Oh,
hot stones.
Big stones. Okay. Khutbah knowledge again. Which Khulafa also had the dream of the words of Azan? Is it red, Hazrat Abu Bakr, blue, Hazrat Umar, yellow, Hazrat Usman, or green, Hazrat Ali? They also had the dream of the words of Azan. Yes, indeed, it was Hazrat Umar mentioned today in Hazur's Khutbah.
That was a good story, man. Enjoyed that.
Sabur, concentration. Okay. Capital of Ghana. Is it Agara, Afghanistan, Accra, or Tamale?
Gonna get slated for saying it wrong.
Oh, no clue, man. Oh yeah, got it right.
Or Afghanistan.
Afghanistan, you know.
Didn't break it.
Okay. What colour are the seats in the House of Commons in the UK Parliament? Are they red, black, blue, green, yellow, red, or green, blue?
That's confusing.
What the?
I know.
Black one.
Yeah.
Oh.
I knew they were green, but
In the House of Lords, they're red. Just as a
yeah. Good question. Good question. I like that. Prison break.
From where did the empire rise from? Is it Spain, Mongolia, Turkey, or Iran?
Where did the Ottoman
Men came from. Holy.
Oh, okay. I just guessed it.
Portugal.
Yeah, I highly recommend if anyone hasn't seen Ertugrul, you need to watch it. It teaches you much more, but don't get addicted to it. Okay. Right. Question 10. Which empire in history acquired most land? Is it the Mongolian Empire, the Russian Empire, the British Empire, or the French Empire? Which of these ended succeeding? Yeah, it was indeed British Empire. There was a saying that the sun never descends in the British Empire because they were so widespread.
Oh,
They'd
that's-
always have a territory where the sun would be up.
I like that. That's good.
Oh, very good. True or false? Like Muslims pray towards Mecca, Jews pray towards Jerusalem. Blue, true, red, false. Yeah, the Jews they pray towards Jerusalem. Very, I find that very interesting.
Remember that Muslims used to pray towards Jerusalem as well. Until Allah
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Allah
before they
Ta'ala
did,
revealed,
isn't it?
yeah, until He revealed to the Holy Prophet to change.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. And that was during Namaz.
Which category is a bat? Is it a bird, a reptile, a mammal, or a fish?
It's Corona.
Red bird.
Yeah, true that, true that. I don't know.
A bat is actually a mammal.
How is it, man?
It's very weird. It's like a reptile bird, really. But yeah.
I swear it's a bird.
It's like,
The hell?
I agree with you
I
there.
think it lay eggs, but it doesn't.
They don't lay eggs. Well,
Oh, actually, I don't know. I think I need to
You don't-
check. But I'm sure if
they
it's a
don't-
bird, then
They sleep up. They sleep upside down, right?
yeah.
yeah.
That's what I heard. Something like that.
True or false? Begging is allowed in Islam. False. Oh, that was quick. Thank you. Okay. Nice point for everyone there. How many minutes are in a day?
Oh.
Oh,
12, 20, 13, 30, 14, 14, 16, 60.
Oh man,
Tricky question there.
it's gotta be a guess.
I've only got
Yeah.
Oh, good,
One
right?
14, 14.
minutes. Use them wisely.
Zaid, oh my god. Yes. Good job.
Okay. What is the meaning of Rahmatullah, the one that we use after the Khulafas who weren't Sahabas?
Listen, you gotta read the answers for us because I've only got colours.
2 seconds.
You know, I had to go. It was too long, you know. Allah means may Allah shower His mercy upon him. Just for knowledge.
Oh man, I feel guilty now. I'm winning, man. No way, no.
No, I can't see answers. I've only seen colours.
Oh, bro, do that quick thing, innit? You know when you just quickly swipe up.
Yeah. check the video.
I'll hit the scores and put you up, bro.
We'll edit this later.
You can probably receiving his first revelation. When did he receive his first revelation? Is it red 1835, blue 1869, yellow 1876, or green 1889? Red 1835, blue 1869, yellow 1876, or green 1889? His first revelation. Yeah, it was actually 1869 when he received his first revelation.
1835 he was born. So.
Yeah.
Dad, you were feeling bad for winning, innit? I just had to deal with that.
Jazakallah, bro.
Got you covered, don't worry.
Okay, what was the first revelation? Was it God is pleased with you? He will shower his blessings on you, and kings would, or is God not sufficient for his servant? Kings would seek blessings from thy garments. Yeah, that was his first revelation.
What?
This guy.
1869.
Ooh, champ is coming.
Oh, Sabur, man, pass me your phone, man. Let me.
Now you know what?
What does Brahina Ahmadiyya mean? Red, initiation of Ahmadiyya. Blue, guide of Ahmadiyya. Yellow, truth of Ahmadiyya. Or green, proof of Ahmadiyya. Brahina Ahmadiyya mean? Red, initiation. Blue, guide. Yellow, truth. Green, proof. Yeah, it's the proof of Ahmadiyya. Brahina Ahmadiyya is.
Is what?
The proof of Ahmadiyya. Green. Question 19. How many people took part in the first birth of the promised Messiah in 1889? Was it red 12, blue 10, yellow 40, or green 11? How many people took part in the first birth of the promised Messiah in 18? Yep, it was 40. 40 people first took part. Okay, last question. Sorry, Sabu. I ain't seen that digits move in a while, man. Okay, last question. The Statue of Liberty in New York is a present from which country? Is it red, Brazil, blue, United Kingdom, yellow, France, or green, Canada? The Statue of Liberty in New York, yeah, it's a present from France in the 1860 something to New York. It was actually sent in about 200 to 300 pieces and then assembled there.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Tricky one.
K-Night Podium, third place, Prison Break.
Prison Break.
Yes.
Second place, Light Bay.
Pakistan.
My last.
Zindabad.
Bhag.
Yes. Back in first place. Jazakallah.
Okay. Boys.
Jazakallah, man. Yeah, everyone. Thank you very much for joining Khuddam Night this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys learned something new. Increased the brotherhood a bit. Rajab, always good to have a nice quiz. Rajab, I want you to take part as well, man, next time.
Yeah. Nah, it's cool, man.
What you mean it's cool?
I like being, you know, I like being, I feel like the woman on Weakest Link.
Oh, yeah. Goodbye. You can't say goodbye though.
Is next week they're going to be restricted to 6 people?
I'll write a letter to Boris and ask him for permission. No, it should be fine. Inshallah, same again next week, same time, same place. Inshallah, we'll be there. Jazakallah everyone for joining again. Inshallah, see you next week. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu guys.